Welcome to Old Coin Galleries. In today's episode, we will take a deep journey into the world of French coins, focusing on the 1981 French 10 centimes. At first glance, this small golden coin may look ordinary, but as we'll see, it carries powerful symbols of liberty, equality, and fraternity, and has a fascinating place in the history of France. To understand the importance of the 1981 10 centimes, we must first step back into history. France has a long and rich tradition of coinage that dates back centuries, from the silver deniers of the Middle Ages to the franc introduced after the French Revolution. Every coin reflected the political changes of the time. After the Revolution in 1789, the franc became the official unit of currency, symbolizing a breakaway from the monarchy. The franc survived wars, empires, and revolutions, and by the 20th century, it had become deeply embedded in French life. The centimes, which are subdivisions of the franc, served as small denominations used in everyday trade. While they may have had little monetary value, they were the coins most frequently held in the pockets of everyday citizens. The 10 centimes, in particular, was a widely used denomination, bridging the gap between smaller coins, like the 1 and 5 centimes, and larger values like the 50 centimes, or the franc coins. By 1981, France was under the Fifth Republic, established in 1958. This was a period of modernization and stability in French coinage. The country had already shifted toward using more modern alloys that were durable yet inexpensive to produce. In that same year, 1981, France saw a political transformation as François Mitterrand was elected president, bringing in a new era of socialist policies. The coins minted during this time, including the 10 centimes, are silent witnesses to this changing political landscape. Now, let's examine the design. On the obverse side of the coin, we see Marianne, the national symbol of the French Republic. Marianne is more than just a face. She represents liberty, reason, and the eternal values of the Republic. Her image first appeared on French coins during the Revolution and has remained a timeless emblem ever since. In this 1981 issue, Marianne is depicted in profile, wearing a Phrygian kappa, classic symbol of freedom dating back to ancient Rome. Surrounding her portrait are the words, Republique Française, proudly declaring the nation's identity. On the reverse side, we find the denomination 10 centimes boldly inscribed at the center. Below it is the year of issue, 1981. Around the edges, you'll notice intricate olive branches, symbolizing peace and prosperity. But the most important detail is the national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, meaning liberty, equality, brotherhood. These three words are not just decoration, they capture the spirit of the French Revolution and remain at the heart of French democracy. Including them on the coin reminds every citizen of the values they share, even in their everyday transactions. The 198110 centimes was minted in large quantities for circulation. It is composed of an aluminum bronze alloy, which explains its light golden color. This alloy was chosen because it was resistant to wear, lightweight, and cost-effective. The coin weighs only 3 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter, making it very convenient for daily use. Millions of these coins were produced in the Paris Mint, one of the oldest mints in the world, with a history stretching back over 1,000 years. In 1981, 10 centimes may not have seemed like much, but it had real purchasing power. At that time, you could use a few centimes to buy small items such as bread, postage stamps, or newspapers. For children, centimes were pocket money enough to buy sweets or small toys. These coins passed through countless hands in markets, cafes, and shops, becoming a part of daily life. For many French citizens, the 10 centimes was a coin they used almost every day, without ever thinking about the symbolism it carried. Let's pause to talk more about Marianne and the national motto. Marianne is not a historical person, but rather an allegorical figure. She represents the French Republic itself and has appeared in paintings, sculptures, and official government seals. Her Phrygian cap is a direct link to ancient Rome, where freed slaves wore such caps as a sign of liberty. By putting Marianne on their coins, France continually reminded its people of their freedom and democracy. The motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité dates back to the French Revolution of 1789. Together, the portrait and the motto make this coin a miniature work of art with deep meaning. The 10 centimes coin has gone through many transformations. Earlier versions, such as those minted in the 19th century, were larger and made of bronze. Later, During the 20th century, designs were modernized and lighter alloys were used. Comparing the 1981 issue with earlier 10 centimes coins shows how France adapted its coinage to meet economic and practical needs, while still preserving the essential national symbols. Collectors often enjoy putting together a timeline of 10 centimes coins to see how designs evolved across different historical periods. So, what about today? The 198110 centimes is no longer in circulation since France adopted the euro in 2002. However, it remains popular among collectors. While it is not considered rare, its value depends on condition. A well-worn example might only be worth its face value as a collectible, while uncirculated or proof quality coins can be worth several times more. For many collectors, though, the value is not just financial, it's about owning a piece of French history and culture. Coins like these are accessible and affordable, making them a perfect starting point for new collectors. In conclusion, the 1981 French 10 centimes is more than just a small golden coin. It is a symbol of liberty, equality, and fraternity. It is a piece of everyday history, touched by millions of hands, carrying with it the story of a nation. From its elegant design featuring Marianne to its motto drawn from the Revolution, this coin reflects the spirit of France in the early 1980s. Whether you are a serious numismatist or someone curious about history, the 198110 centimes reminds us that even the smallest coins can tell the biggest stories. Thank you for watching Old Coin Galleries. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1981 French 10 centimes, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more coin history from around the world.